Well, Menlo College left the CalPAC Conference after the 2014-15 athletic season. However, this volleyball season to start has looked awful familiar as the Oaks look to take on their third CalPAC opponent in their first four matchups. It's the Oaks and the Simpson University Redhawks next on the Menlo College Sports Network. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. A little Saturday afternoon volleyball action. Menlo College and Simpson University, a former CalPAC matchup, as we mentioned in the lead-in. This is Ryan Barnett bringing you Menlo College women's volleyball action. And let's talk about the Simpson Redhawks, 2-4 on this young season under the first-year direction of head coach Mike Haworth in his first season. He is the director of volleyball programs for Simpson, both the men's and women's volleyball team he handles. Formerly the head coach at Enterprise High School in Redding, California. Now Simpson is 4-20 all-time against Menlo College, having not notched a win against the Oaks since 2011. But this is an exciting Simpson Redhawks team. With this team, you get ready for a steady dose of Lily Johnson. The junior transfer from American River College has already accumulated 92 kills, 3 times more than any other Simpson attacker, and is also averaging just under 7 digs per match. This should come as no surprise as Johnson was a 2-time all-conference member at ARC, leading her team in kills, service aces, and finishing top 5 in digs. Now, if the Oaks choose to key on Johnson, they won't have to worry about any other attackers on the outside from Simpson, as their other 2 outside hitters, Shauna Ogata and Elena Hirotas, have yet to get any game action this year. Instead, they can expect multiple attacks from the middle. Behind Johnson, the next 3 kills leaders, Jessica Stanley, Ashley Collins, and Rebecca Drinkwater, are all middle blockers. So look for Simpson if Johnson is struggling to feed the middle in the form of those 3 players, Stanley, Collins, and Drinkwater. Now Simpson is riding some momentum, coming off back-to-back road wins over New Hope Christian. They'll look to hang tough with this Oaks squad on the road to make it 3 in a row for the first time since early last season. Now let's take a look at your Menlo Oaks. 2-1 this year. They're under the third-year direction of head coach Denise Sheldon. Her overall record, 39-20. And as we mentioned in the lead-in, this is their third matchup with a CalPAC school in 4 matches. And so far, the Oaks have passed the first 2 CalPAC foes tests. They beat UC Merced in 5 sets. They beat Pacific Union in 3 sets. Their one loss this year coming in 3 sets to Northwest Christian of the Cascade Collegiate Conference. Now for the Oaks, Moya Keiko'oha has obviously solidified herself as Menlo's #1 attacker, but they really got a chance to explore secondary and tertiary options earlier this week against Pacific Union. Both Jaden Scott and Abby Briggs stepped up big time, both swinging at well over 50%. The way these 2 teams stack their middle blockers, it could be a battle at the net all game long. And look for Briggs and Scott to continue to play well for your Oaks. Now back on the subject of Keiko'oha, she has changed her serve mechanics this season, and it has paid dividends thus far for Menlo College. The Keiko'oha signature serve over the past 3 seasons was a rocket running jump serve that when executed properly was nearly a sure ace every time. The problem was the serve also produced a lot of service errors as it was a very high degree of difficulty. Keiko'oha now has moved to a standing flat-footed serve, trading power for finesse, and her accuracy has been deadly so far this season as she leads the Oaks with 11 service aces, including 6 against Pacific Union earlier this week. Now this may be somewhat of a trap game for the Oaks, who haven't lost to Simpson since 2011. Now luckily Coach Denise Sheldon set her squad up for success today. Rather than allowing the Oaks to rest on their laurels after a landslide victory over an inexperienced Pacific Union team, she scheduled 2 scrimmages against quality opponents yesterday in the forms of Cal State East Bay and Notre Dame de Namur. After those 2 warm-up games yesterday, this Oaks squad should come out playing loose and firing on all cylinders for this matchup against the Redhawks. Take you through the starters for both teams. First, for the visiting Simpson Redhawks, they go this way. The libero is a 5'3" senior out of Prunedale, California, number 3, Marianne Soria. An opposite side hitter at 5'10", a sophomore out of Ripon, California, number 5, Jessica Stanley. The setter, a 5'6" junior out of Longmont, Colorado, number 7, Madison Stouter. An outside hitter, 5'10" junior out of Cameron Park, California, number 11, Lily Johnson. 5'5" defensive specialist, a senior out of Sacramento, California, number 20, Mariah Chavez. 6'2" junior middle blocker out of Browns Valley, California, number 26, Jessalyn Ellenson. And a 6-foot freshman middle blocker out of Riverside, California, number 51, Rebecca Drinkwater. As we mentioned, Simpson is led by first-year head coach Mike Haworth, assisted by David Irving. And now the starters for your Menlo College Oaks. They will go this way. The libero, 5'9" junior out of Yorba Linda, California, number 2, Lauren Schaefer. 5'9" outside hitter, senior out of Alamo, California, number 8, Nicole DiMartino. 5'11" junior middle blocker out of Escalon, California, number 9, Jaden Scott. A 6'2" junior opposite side hitter out of Folsom, California, number 10, Kristen Whitney. A 5'10" junior middle blocker out of Aubrey, California, number 11, Abby Briggs. A 5'7" senior outside hitter out of Kaneohe, Hawaii, number 13, Moya Kekoha. And the setter, a 5'4" senior out of Hercules, California, number 18, Pamela Dungo. The Oaks are coached by Denise Sheldon in her 3rd season, assisted by 2 first-year assistants, Stephanie Sato and Bryant Tran. Just about 100 seconds away from our opening introductions. Those will be brought to you by our public address announcer, Brian Brownfield. Then we will have first serve. It's the Oaks, it's the Redhawks. It's next here on the Menlo College Sports Network.
The faculty and staff, as well as career services and the internship department, really give us that hands-on help that we want.
If I ever had a question or wanted insight into a career field in particular, I know I could go to any of my professors.
At Menlo, they started getting me involved in the internship preparation process.
Interviewing, how to dress, and resume workshops, and that was a wonderful opportunity.
By the halfway point of my internship, I was producing work that was going straight to clients.
Back here courtside inside Haynes Trim Pavilion, Saturday afternoon volleyball action. It's the Simpson Redhawks and your Menlo Oaks. Take you through the starters one more time. First for the visiting Simpson Redhawks, the libero is number 3, Marianne Soria. Number 5, Jessica Stanley. Number 7, Madison Stouter. Number 11, Lily Johnson. Number 20, Mariah Chavez. Number 26, Jessie Lynn Ellenson. And number 51, Rebecca Drinkwater. Once again, Soria, Stanley, Stouter, Johnson, Chavez, Ellenson, and Drinkwater for the Redhawks, donning their visiting black uniforms with red numbers trimmed in white. Simpson across the back. For your Oaks, the starters go this way. The libero is number 2, Lauren Schaefer. Number 8, Nicole DiMartino. Number 9, Jaden Scott. Number 10, Kristen Whitney. Number 11, Abby Briggs. Number 13, Moya Keko'oha. And number 18, Pamela Dungo. The Oaks in their home white, blue numbers trimmed in silver. Menlo College across the back. The Oaks are going to be on the right-hand side of your screen to start the game. The Redhawks on the left-hand side. Just about ready to get underway. Menlo sitting at 2-1 so far this season, including a 2-0 record against Calpac schools. Simpson, who is a Calpac school, sitting at 2-4 this season. Their 2 wins both coming last week against Northwest Christian, or beg your pardon, not Northwest Christian, New Hope Christian in Portland, Oregon. The Oaks alone lost this season coming to Northwest Christian of Eugene, Oregon. Simpson is 2-4 this year and has yet to play a home match, and they will not until their conference opener in a couple of weeks against Providence Christian. Simpson will have the first serve. Back to serve is number 20, Mariah Chavez, the defensive specialist out of Sacramento. Float serve from her is over the net. DiMartino, Dungo, long set to Briggs, give her the kill. Beg your pardon, that's Kristen Whitney. Starting off for the Oaks, and Nicole DiMartino will start it off behind the line for the Oaks. DiMartino, one of 4 seniors on this roster. She's out of Alamo, California. Jump serve, cross court, nearly a service ace. Instead, it's Chavez with the heroic dig, and getting it over the neck is Ellenson with the bump. Back set here to Whitney, and that's 2 kills on 2 swings for Kristen Whitney, the junior transfer from Folsom. DiMartino holds serve. The Oaks ahead 2-0 here in set number 1. Jump serve again. Handled this time by the libero. A nice block and whistle blows. A net violation will be charged to Simpson. The ball mishandled by the libero Soria there for Simpson. And just having to punch it over was the setter, Madison Stouter, but she made contact with the net. DiMartino holds serve. Cross court, Soria, Stouter. And she sets Johnson. DiMartino is there defensively. Long set here. Keko'oha is a little bit behind her, but she's able to swing and send it onto the Simpson side. Whistle blows. We've got an illegal set there on Simpson. Point Oaks, and they have come out hot, ahead 4-0 here in set 3. Oh, beg your pardon, a repeat there, so it's 3-0 here, and still set 1. I saw the 3 on the scoreboard for the score. Dungo, DiMartino, the bump set to Keko'oha, who just sets it over the net, trying to find some no man's land. A nice dig by Johnson. DiMartino, Schaefer, the libero, sets Keko'oha off the block, give her the kill. The first Oaks kill coming from, or the first Oaks kill that was not off the hands of Kristen Whitney. It comes from Moya Keko'oha. Now it's 4-0 Oaks in set 1. DiMartino holds serve, cross court, handled by Chavez. Bump set by Ellenson, and swinging on it is Chavez. The defensive specialist doesn't get many opportunities to do that, and she sends it out of bounds. Points Oaks. They started on a 5-0 run, and off the court is number 20, Mariah Chavez. On is Shauna Ogata. Ogata in her first look in a Simpson Redhawks uniform, the transfer from Pasadena City College. She's originally from Lihui. Ellenson. Now Dungo, a nice bump set, and DiMartino just fans it over the net. Stouter sets Johnson, cross court, there was Keko'oha. Now Dungo, back set to Whitney, she slams it down for the kill. 6-0, the Oaks start off the match. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Haworth. We'll take it with him. 6-0 Menlo, set number 1. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. DiMartino will continue her service run for the Oaks. As we mentioned, Shauna Ogata getting her first experience here for the Simpson Redhawks, a 5'9" junior out of Lihue, Hawaii, on the island of Kauai. And a transfer after 2 years at Pacific Union. She handles that. Long running set, and a block there by Whitney. Ball set over. Another block from, this time it's Briggs, and she'll pick up a block to make it 7-0 Menlo. Trying to get it over the net twice was Ellenson. Both times it was returned to the Simpson side. The second time it hit the hardwood for the Point Oaks. Another nice serve there by DiMartino. Stouter sets Johnson, and there was Schaefer, the libero for the Oaks. Middle blocker getting a kill there. Abby Briggs makes it 8-0 Menlo. Nothing can stop these Oaks. DiMartino, 8 straight serves, and she is going for number 9. She wears number 8, the senior out of Alamo. Ogata, Stouter, reverse set to number 26, Ellenson. A nice dig by Schaefer. Keiko Oha, give her the kill. It's 9-0 Menlo College in set number 1. This Simpson team looks a bit out of sorts here. Not prepared for this strong Oaks attack. Oaks mixing it up. It's not just Keiko Oha. Whitney and Briggs getting involved as well. A sinker there, misplayed, and the Oaks send it back onto the Simpson side. Simpson barely gets it over. Ogata with the free ball. Now a set to Briggs. It goes long, and Simpson will have their first points of the match. Now trailing by 8. It's 9-1. Back to serve the libero, Marianne Soria out of Prunedale. Out of Prunedale, 5'3" senior, Monte Vista Christian School, where she played her prep ball. So far this season, Soria has 5 service aces. That is good for second on the team behind, or third on the team behind only Mariah Chavez and Madison Stouter. A brief pause in action here as our referee coming over to check our official score sheet. Coach Sheldon will use it as a makeshift timeout as she brings 3 of her players over to discuss strategy. Those 3, Dungo, Whitney, and Briggs. Everyone just trying to stay cool here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. A toasty 84 degrees outside. And it doesn't stay much cooler here inside the gym. We are, of course, here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion, underground, so not much airflow. We do have one open window to the outside as Soria serves it. Schaefer, Dungo, sets Whitney, give her the kill. Oaks are the first in double digits. It's 10-1 Menlo College. Jaden Scott back on the floor, and Lauren Schaefer, the libero, back to serve. Schaefer dressed at libero for the first time in her Menlo College career, that just being now 4 games, but she's impressed defensively at the outside hitter position. Stouter to Johnson, return to sender. Picking up the block there, Kristen Whitney. She's been all over the floor for the Oaks, the junior transfer from Folsom. Back to serve, we have Schaefer. A line drive goes long. It makes it 11-2. The Oaks will enjoy this 9-point cushion, however, as Stouter goes back to serve with 6 service aces to her name. Stouter, the junior out of Longmont, Colorado. Float serve there from the setter, DiMartino. Dungo sets Jaden Scott off the top of the block. Give her the kill. 12-2 Oaks, as checking on for the first time Janae Wooten. She'll go back to serve, replacing Kristen Whitney, and it's almost a shame to see her leave the floor as she's been all about the Oaks here to help them build a 10-point lead in set 1. Nice serve, searching for the corner there was Dungo. It's handled. Johnson goes with the tap piece. DiMartino is there. Keiko Oha, give her the kill. The Oaks Utilizing Simpson's strong block to their advantage, they're able to identify weak points in that block and send their attacks off those weak points for kills, no matter where they land. Cross-court serve, nice dig there by Johnson, and just free-balled over by number 5, Jessica Stanley. Dungo, now Wooten gets it over. There was Johnson. Stouter sets Drinkwater. DiMartino is ready. Now Jaden Scott off the top of the net. It's a close play at the net. Swinging on it is Drinkwater. It goes long. 14-2 Oaks, and that forces Coach Haworth to use his second time out in the first set, trailing 14-2. We'll take the break with Oaks and Redhawks here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Coach Haworth and the Simpson Redhawks trying to do anything and everything to curtail this Oaks momentum. Let's see if this timeout, his second of the first set, will work. Janae Wooten holds serve. She goes cross-court with a sinker, nearly a service ace. Mishandled by Johnson, slammed down by Jaden Scott. It's 15-2 Oaks here in set 1. Wooten holds serve. The sophomore out of Humble, Texas, in Atascocita High School. Sinker once again, this time handled by Johnson more cleanly. Ogata from the back line just free balls it over. DiMartino, Dungo to Keikoa. She's blocked. Lauren Schaefer nearly with the heroic dig. Instead, it falls onto the Oaks side. A nice block there. The combination of Drinkwater and Stanley. Ashley Collins will now check in for Shauna Ogata. Collins, a middle blocker at 6 feet tall, out of San Diego, the junior. Johnson serves. DiMartino. Dungo. Back set Keikoa. Too hot to handle for Soria. Give her the kill. Oaks back ahead by 13. Number 13, Moya Keikoa. Back to serve. The senior out of Kaneohe, Hawaii. Here comes that new serve from Keikoa. Slaps it over the net. Handled there by Johnson. Now is set to Collins off the top of the net. Schaefer was there. DiMartino, wraparound play to Jaden Scott. What vision by Jaden Scott. She found the open space on the court and just dinked it over for the kill. 17-3 Oaks here in set number 1. Keikoa has serve once more. Handled by Johnson. Soria with the set. Once again to Collins. Off the top of the Oaks block there. Too much space between the block and DiMartino. It'll be point Simpson as they will check on Alexis Rodriguez for the first time. Rodriguez will go back to serve. The junior out of Whitmore, California. Rodriguez's service numbers on the season. She does not have a service ace. Schaefer. Dungo, long set to DiMartino, who goes with a little backhanded flick there. Stoddard handles it. Now Collins with the attack. Schaefer, Dungo, reverse play. Jaden Scott sent it onto the Simpson side. It hit the antenna, and the referees will point that it hit the antenna after making contact with a Simpson player. Point Oaks. Schaefer will step off. Briggs will check on. Also back on the floor for Simpson, Shauna Ogata. Jaden Scott serves, handled by Johnson. The set to number 5, that's Turner. Now DiMartino, her swing goes long. Beg your pardon, number 5 is Jessica Stanley. Now back on number 51, Rebecca Drinkwater. She'll step off quickly for the libero, number 3, Marianne Soria. And back to serve number 5, Jessica Stanley. Stanley, floater. Keiko'oha, Dungo, she goes with a little set attack, give her the kill. That is pretty from the Oaks. Makes it 19-5 Menlo College here in set 1. Janae Wooten will step off. Great service run from her. Back on is Abby Briggs. Beg your pardon, is Kristen Whitney. The two Twin Tower recruits for the Oaks. Dungo serves. Handled there by Johnson. An attack from Ogata. Give her the kill. Her first career kill in a Simpson uniform. Ogata, who now goes back to serve, the transfer from Pasadena City College, where she put up 83 kills a season ago. She also had 5 service aces for PCC. Her serve here, DiMartino. Dungo, long set to Whitney, give her the kill. Just nobody home for Simpson as the Oaks win the race to 20. They're 5 away. Back to serve is Nicole DiMartino. Remember, she opened up this match with 8 straight serves. She'll need 5 here to close out set 1 for the Oaks. The senior out of Alamo, give her the service ace. Mishandled there by Ogata, and that's service ace number 3 on the season for Nicole DiMartino. 21-6 Oaks here in set number 1. DiMartino once again line drive, this time handled by Ogata. Stouter sets Johnson, it's blocked, but there was Stanley on the back line for Simpson. Schaefer, Dungo, Keiko'oha, and it will fall just wide. It was really close to the net there. The linesman made contact with it there for the referee, and I believe that's why the call of out. She didn't see it, but if it made contact with her, she is out of bounds. So 21-7 here. Soria, service ace there, miscommunication between DiMartino and Schaefer. That's a service ace for Soria. See, that's number 6 on the season for her, tying her for second with Madison Stouter. 21-8 here. Soria holds serve. That's back-to-back service aces for Soria. Beautifully placed there in the back corner. Makes it 21-9. Another Soria serve. This time it's handled by Keiko'oha. Dungo sets Briggs in the middle. Somehow Simpson gets it over off the hands of Stouter. Dungo sets up Whitney. Give her that kill. Kristen Whitney is on fire for your Oaks here in set number 1. 22-9. Lauren Schaefer back to serve. The Oaks now 3 points away from closing out set number 1. If the Oaks can close it out here on Schaefer's serve, it'll be 4 straight sets where they haven't given up double-digit points. Instead, however, coming up with the kill there was Lily Johnson. That will not be the case. It's 22-10 now, back to serve. Madison Stouter. Stouter, as we mentioned, from Longmont, Colorado. One of only 3 players from out of state here for Simpson. Jaden Scott give her the kill. Nobody home on the back line for Simpson. Makes it 23-10. Janae Wooten will step on, replacing Kristen Whitney. And Wooten, who had a long service run of her own earlier in set number 1, will look to close it out. 2 points away are the Oaks in set 1. Wooten, her serve, handled there by Johnson. Stouter sets Stanley there, but an illegal set called on Stouter. Wooten goes back to serve, set point. Janae Wooten, the 5'5" sophomore out of Humboldt, Texas, in Atascocita High School. Her service. Off the top of the tape, handling it there was Stanley. A backline attack from Johnson goes long. Oaks take the first set by a final score of 25-10. Big set there for the Oaks as they came out firing on all cylinders. For the 4th consecutive set, Menlo College holds a team to 10 or below in their score. And let's see if they can keep this momentum rolling. We'll wait a second to give you the stats once we get them, but we'll tell you it's all about Kristen Whitney. She has been everywhere, the 6'2" opposite from Folsom Lake College. And I mean, this was to be expected for the Oaks. 123 kills and 43 blocks last year at Folsom Lake. She stands at a towering 6'2", and the Oaks were really looking for that tall attacker to replace the absence of Maggie McDonald. Whitney really taking over here in set number 1. First, we'll take a look at the stats for Simpson. Only 5 kills in set number 1, and they came from 5 different players. Jessica Stanley with 1, Lily Johnson with 1, Rebecca Drinkwater with 1, Shauna Ogata with 1, and Ashley Collins with 1. 2 assists each from Marianne Soria, the libero, and Madison Stouter, the setter. 2 service aces from Marianne Soria. They came late in set 1. 2 digs from Lily Johnson, the outside hitter. Simpson does not have a block. They're hitting at negative 4.2%. For your Oaks, 4 kills each from Jaden Scott and Moya Kekoha, and how about 6 from Kristen Whitney? The Oaks hitting at an unheard of 63.6%. 12 assists coming from Pamela Dungo. 2 service aces for the Oaks, 1 from DiMartino, 1 from Kekoha. 3 digs each from Lauren Schaefer, Pamela Dungo, and Nicole DiMartino. And we have 1 block from Abby Briggs and a block assist each from Jaden Scott and Kristen Whitney. The Oaks out blocking Simpson 2-1. We'll step aside for a quick 1-minute break, then be back for second set action. Oaks leading Simpson 1-0 here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. The 2 teams switch sides. The Oaks now on the left-hand side of your screen. Simpson in their black uniforms on the right-hand side. The Oaks will serve first in set number 2. Let's see who will have the first serve. It's DiMartino who started off the Oaks service run a set ago. Now it will be Pamela Dungo. Dungo, all reliable behind the line for the Oaks in her second year at Menlo College after transferring from the City College of San Francisco. She has 5 service aces so far on this young season. Her service in set 2 is underway, handled there by Soria. Stouter sets Drinkwater, there was Schaefer. Bump set Dungo to DiMartino. Give her the kill, and a nice snag there by Game Operations Director Daniel Romero, who's working some time on the stat computer. 1-0 Oaks here in set 2. Oaks continue their hot hitting, 64% what they hit in set number 1. Dungo service handled by Johnson. Stouter sets Johnson. It's off the antenna. Point Oaks. They're ahead 2-0 here in set 2. Simpson needs to find some consistency in their attack. Only 5 kills in set number 1. Dungo, sinker, handled there by Johnson. Stouter just sets it over the net. Now Dungo, back set to Whitney, handled there nicely by a newly entered player as Johnson gets the attack. The newly entered player is number 18, Nicole Massiola. Nice dig there. Close play at the table, but nobody home for Simpson. 3-0 Menlo College. Dungo continues her service run ahead 3-0. This time a little harder on the serve, handled by number 20. And a nice kill there by Lily Johnson. Number 20 is Mariah Chavez. Now back to serve Marianne Soria. She had 2 service aces towards the end of set 1 to bring Simpson into double digits. Soria, knuckleball serve there. Schaefer handles it. Dungo, bump set to DiMartino. She is blocked by the duo of Stanley and Johnson. It's 3-2. Oaks still holding on to a narrow 1-point lead here in set 2. Soria holds serve for the Redhawks. DiMartino handles this serve. Dungo sets DiMartino off the top of the block. Soria was ready. Stouter sets Stanley in the middle. Nice dig there by Schaefer. DiMartino swings nobody home for Simpson, and that makes it 4-2 Oaks. DiMartino back to serve for the Oaks, looking for another long service run. The senior out of Alamo, a graduate of San Ramon Valley High School in her 4th season in Navy and Silver. Stouter sets Johnson. Schaefer's there. Kay Kaloha, nearly a heroic set, but she hits the hardwood and can't get the ball up off the ground. 4-3, Oaks narrow 1-point lead again. Substitute here for Simpson. Checking off is number 18, Nicole Maschiola, and checking back on is number 23, Ashley Collins. Stouter serves. Schaefer, Dungo, back set to Whitney, and Simpson gets it back up into the air. DiMartino, Dungo, Keikoha, cross-court rocket. Can Simpson answer? It'll be close, but Chavez sends it into her bench. Point Oaks, give the kill to Moya Keikoha. Jaden Scott back on the floor. Lauren Schaefer back to serve. 5-3 Oaks. Schaefer out of Yorba Linda, California. Float there, handled by Johnson. Stouter sets Stanley off the block, give her the kill. Jessica Stanley coming up with a nice attack there. Not the hardest swing, but able to play it off the Oaks defense. The sophomore out of Ripon, California. Johnson now serves. DiMartino's there. Dungo to Jaden Scott, give her the kill. 6-4 Oaks here in set number 2. Janae Wooten steps on for Abby Briggs. Janae Wooten back to serve. Wooten listed as a setter, but utilized this year by the Oaks more as a defensive specialist and serving specialist. Only 1 assist this year, but 5 service aces and 14 digs coming into this match. Stouter, long running set to Chavez, return to sender, but Simpson was ready. Chavez sends it over again. Keikoha, Dungo, Jaden Scott is blocked. Keikoha is there. Dungo sets Keikoha once more, and able to recover was Lily Johnson. She gets a swing on it. It goes long. Point Oaks, they pull ahead by 3. It's 7-4 here in set 2. Janae Wooten continues her service run. Wooten. Line drive there, handled by Soria. Stouter, back set to Collins. Keikoha with the block, but it falls just wide. Keikoha listed at 5'7". That may be a bit generous, but man, does she have a great vertical at the net. Back to serve number 5. It's Jessica Stanley out of Ripon. Ripon, California, between Modesto and Merced, for those of you unfamiliar with the Central Valley. Dungo sets Keikoha, give her the kill. And now Keikoha, after that monstrous slam, goes back to serve. The senior, who's dressed in navy and silver her entire college career, comes up with a cross-court serve there, handled by Chavez. Stouter sets Johnson from the back line. Nice dig there by Wooten. Dungo, long set to DiMartino. Once again, the Oaks may not be swinging the hardest, but they're utilizing their vision to find the open space on the hardwood. 9-5 Oaks here, their largest lead in set 2. Keikoha holds serve. Once again handled by Chavez. Stouter, back set to Collins. She punches it over the net. There was Dungo. Keikoha sets Dungo. Not something we see every day. Pamela Dungo getting a chance to swing off of a Keikoha set, but it goes long. Nicole Maschiola back on the floor. Maschiola out of McLeod, California, graduate of Onalaska High School. She will serve the southpaw. Service ace there for Masciola. Mishandled there by Wooten for Masciola. That is her second service ace on the year, the 5'5" senior. Coming with that left-handed slice again. This time it's handled by the libero Schaefer. Dungo sets DiMartino cross court. Point Oaks. Contact made by the Simpson attacker. Stouter immediately heads over to check with the referee, but having the call was our secondary referee. Point Oaks. Back to serve Jaden Scott. Scott serve from a stance. Chavez handles it. Now swinging on it is Johnson. It goes long. Point Oaks. 11-7 Oaks lead. Jaden Scott holds serve. Handled there by Chavez. Illegal set on Stouter. Point Oaks. 12-7 Menlo College. Shauna Ogata will check on for the first time here in set 2, replacing number 20, Mariah Chavez. Chavez doing a good job on the back line, but with Ogata as a service ace there by Jaden Scott rings home. 13-7, timeout on the floor. Finish that thought about Ogata. She just adds a little more height compared to Chavez, who's listed as a pure defensive specialist. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the break with them. It's 13-7 Oaks here in set 2 here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Back here courtside at Haynes Trim Pavilion on Kobe Day. 8:24 the day. As it's a pretty busy day in sports. First for Menlo College. Women's soccer will be in action tonight at 7:30 under the lights at UC Merced. Also a busy day just nationally for sports. We've got the Little League World Series semifinals. Curacao beat Japan today as Scott's service is handled by Johnson. Ogata with a swing. She has her second kill today. Hawaii is currently taking on Louisiana. 0-0 last we checked that score. Also, the start of college football today. We've got Miami taking on Florida and the University of Arizona taking on the University of Hawaii. Those two games set to start at 4 and 7 respectively. In baseball, we may have a little World Series preview going on. Dodgers taking on the Yankees. Dodgers dropped the game to the Yankees last night. I believe it was 11-1, the final score. That game going on right now, 2-1, Dodgers ahead on the Yankees. Getting some looks of disapproval from our athletic staff here at Menlo, being in the Bay Area, mostly Giants fans. Ball back in play, DiMartino give her the kill. Oaks ahead 14-8. Back to an Oaks serve, Janae Wooten off the floor on Kristen Whitney. Pamela Dungo back to serve, so top of the service order for your Oaks, ahead 14-8. Dungo goes with the floater, Ogata there. A nice kill there by Lily Johnson off the hands of the Oaks middle blocker, Abby Briggs. Back to serve, that's Marianne Soria. Soria the libero, sends it over. DiMartino, Dungo sets Briggs, goes with the left-handed flick. Now an attack from Johnson, return to sender. The duo of Abby Briggs and Kristen Whitney. 15-9 Oaks. DiMartino back to serve. Handled there by the Lahui, Hawaii native Ogata, and Simpson's unable to get it over the net. 16-9 Menlo College. Holding serve is number 8, Nicole DiMartino. DiMartino out of Alamo, as we mentioned, in the East Bay area. So not too far from home here at Menlo College. Stouter sets Stanley. It goes wide. Point Oaks as they extend their lead to 8. It's 17-9. Menlo looking to run away with it in set 2 as they did in set 1. DiMartino serve, line drive, Ogata. Stouter sets Johnson. It hits the antenna. Point Oaks. Simpson really struggling with their attacking consistency. DiMartino holds serve as the Oaks have doubled up on Simpson. It's 18-9 here in set 2. DiMartino a floater. Nice dig there by Ogata, and Soria sends it over. Looked like it got over the net and was blocked, but the referees will say that never even got over the net. So back onto Simpson's side. Point Oaks are ahead 19-9. Timeout on the floor called by Coach Mike Haworth. We'll take it with him. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return courtside inside Haynes Frim Pavilion. The Oaks up by double digits here in set 2 over Simpson. It's 19-9 after the Oaks took set 1, 25-10 over Simpson. And they've played just about flawlessly, have the Oaks, in their past 5 sets of volleyball. DiMartino serve. Sinker, handled there by Johnson. Stouter, back set to Johnson, handled by Schaefer, but it goes too far out of the reach of the setter Pamela Dungo for a kill by Lily Johnson. The Oaks have done a good job keeping Johnson quiet so far in this game. Let's see how long that would last. 15 kills a game is what Lily Johnson is averaging. Stouter back to serve. The setter out of Colorado, DiMartino, Dungo, bump set to Whitney off the top of the net, give her the kill. Whitney's up to 8 kills now to lead the Oaks, as it's now 20-10 here in set 2, and Lauren Schaefer, the libero for the Oaks, back to serve. Schaefer, as we mentioned, out of Yorba Linda and a transfer from Fullerton College. Long set here to Collins off the top of the Oaks block, give her the kill. Nice swing there by Collins as Schaefer was caught flat-footed for Menlo College. Lily Johnson now back to serve. The junior sends it over, Keiko'oha, Dungo, back to Keiko'oha. It goes wide. Simpson on a little bit of a run here, now trailing only by 8. It's 20-12. Lily Johnson sends one into the net, ending the momentum. And we have a mirror score here, 21-12, the Oaks lead in set 2. Janae Wooten checks on, going back to serve. 4 points away from taking us 2-0 lead are your Menlo Oaks. Wooten, the sophomore. Sends a jump serve cross court, handled by Johnson. Stouter, long set to Ogata off the Oaks block. Wooten cleans it up, but it sends on to Simpson's side. Ogata, she'll get in a chance to attack. A solo block by Jaden Scott, and it's back onto the Oaks side. Dungo, Wooten, Keiko Oha, it's blocked again. Jaden Scott was there. Wooten bump set again to Keiko Oha off the block. Ogata, beautiful diving dig. Stouter, back line set to Johnson off the hands of Schaefer. Give Lily Johnson another kill. It's 21-13. Jessica Stanley now back to serve for Simpson. Middle blocker out of Ripon. She sends it into the net. That's back-to-back service errors from Simpson, bailing out the Oaks every time the Redhawks have a little bit of momentum. Moya Keiko'oha back to serve. The senior looking to close out these last 3 points in set number 2. She hails from Kaneohe on the island of Oahu. Knuckler there, handled by Johnson. Ogata just has to bump it over, missed time by the middle blocker, and Jaden Scott slams it home. The Oaks back up to a double-digit lead. 23-13 Menlo College. Number 13, Moya Keiko'oha. Now 2 points away are the Oaks from taking set 2. Keiko'oha, line drive. Handled there by Johnson. Stouter, backline attack from Johnson, and Schaefer can't get it, diving to her right. Makes it 23-14. So it will not be Keiko'oha to close it out for the Oaks. Nicole Maschiola on for number 23, Ashley Collins. Maschiola back to serve. Defensive specialist, Adam McLeod. The southpaw serves. DiMartino. Dungo. Back to DiMartino. Give her the kill. And the Oaks will go back to serve for set point, and it will be Jaden Scott. Pink hair and all, the junior out of Escalon, California. Her service from a stance. Ogata just has to set it over the net. Dungo sets DiMartino. It's blocked but falls wide. Oaks take set 2 by a final score of 25-14. The Oaks continue their precise hitting. Simpson continues to struggle on the attack as Menlo goes ahead 2-0. Take you through the stats in just. But the Oaks still most likely hitting at least over 30%. I mean, to hit 64% in the first set, that's unheard of. I don't think it'll be that high here in set 2, but still very consistent was the Menlo College attack as they are hitting, wow, still over 50% through 2 sets at 55%. The kills leader for Simpson, as we predicted in the lead-in, Lily Johnson. She has 7 of the 15 kills for Simpson. 12 assists coming from the setter, Madison Stouter. 2 service aces still from Marianne Soria. 4 digs from Lily Johnson. She leads Simpson in both digs and kills. 1 block for Simpson. It came from the duo of Jessica Stanley and Lily Johnson. Simpson hitting now at 3.9%. For your Oaks, their kills leader, well, you've got a trio of players with 7 kills. Nicole DiMartino, Kristen Whitney, and Moya Keiko'oha. Jaden Scott just behind that trio. She has 6. And get this, Jaden Scott and Kristen Whitney a game ago both hit over 50%. So far in this game, more of the same. Kristen Whitney at 78%, Jaden Scott at 86%. 24 assists coming from Pamela Dungo, 2 service aces each from Nicole DiMartino and Jaden Scott. 6 digs from Lauren Schaefer, dressed as a libero today. 2 blocks from Abby Briggs, and a combo block from Jaden Scott and Kristen Whitney as the Oaks are out blocking Simpson 3-1. But we have about 3 minutes left until the start of set 3. Will that be the deciding set? We shall see. We'll step aside for a break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network.
The students came here having known each other only a week on campus. We put them on some big buses, drove them 2 hours north to Petaluma.
We wanted this to be an opportunity for them to talk to people that they might not otherwise get the chance to. Maybe students of a different major, students from a different sports team.
What's really unique about Walker Creek Ranch is that many of our students have never been to a place like this or experienced an opportunity like this, and to see them get off the bus and see their faces has been really phenomenal.
Being out on a retreat like this is being able to break down the walls and break down the barriers that sometimes separate us as we're getting to know each other.
The students have seen foxes, coyotes, deer, lizards. They're everywhere, and the students have been really excited about it.
No touch with the outside world, just get to settle down and just become friends and family with the people around.
But then after being here, you're forced to split up into groups and go away from your mates, so then you just meet heaps of people. I know almost everyone here.
Watching them play all the games without their phones attached to them has been so much fun, watching everybody connect.
College is a very uncertain time, and one of the biggest challenges is making new friends. And bringing the students up to Walker Creek Ranch has really provided the opportunity for them to do that. All students got to participate in team building activities. They got to go on a tightrope, go on a spiderweb course. There was a ski activity.
They had to crawl through the rope without touching it. And then another one was they were placing logs down and trying to go across it.
No Wi-Fi, no cell phones, no computers. Just you and the friends you will share the most important 4 years of your life with. They'll be there in good times and bad. Stories of spooky campfires, truth or dare. Stories and experiences you won't be forgetting anytime soon.
Back here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion, quite possibly one last time for this Saturday matchup as the Oaks are ahead 2-0. Simpson will start to serve here in set 3. It'll be Shauna Ogata, the junior transfer from Pasadena City College. DiMartino handles the cross-court serve. Dungo sets DiMartino. There was Soria. Now Stouter back to Lily Johnson. DiMartino there again. Schaefer, the bump set to Keikoaloha. Handled there by Soria once more. Stouter to Drinkwater. She's blocked by Abby Briggs. Oaks take the lead in set 3. They've taken the lead in all 3 of the sets. They've taken the first point. DiMartino back to serve. Now remember, when the Oaks took the lead in set 1, DiMartino went off and started the Oaks on a 9-0 run behind the line. Their serve here, Soria, Stouter, back set to Drinkwater, it goes long. 2-0 Oaks lead. DiMartino serve, sinker, handled by Ogata. Beg your pardon, that's Lily Johnson. Now an attack from Ogata, and it made contact with an Oaks player. Either way, it fell in bounds. Ogata with another kill. Shauna Ogata has 3 now in the match. Soria, her serve, the service ace leader for Simpson in this match. Dungo, back set to Whitney off the top of the net, give her the kill. Give the net the assist there as a The spin off the net could have fallen either way, and luckily for the Oaks, it fell on the Red Hawk side as the Oaks are ahead 3-1, and Lauren Schaefer goes back to serve. Schaefer, that uncharacteristic hop serve, I wouldn't call it a jump serve as an illegal set is serve. She doesn't get much off the ground, but just gets up so that her eye level is on the top of the net and fires it over short arm. And it's been successful for the Oaks. It was successful for her at Fullerton College as well, as she led her team in service aces a year ago. Ogata, Stouter to Lily Johnson. There was DiMartino. She's had a great game defensively. Moya Keiko'oha, a sizzler down the line, give her the kill, and that makes it 5-1 Oaks. Schaefer, once again, cross court, handled by Ogata. Stouter, attack from the middle, it's Drinkwater, it goes long, 6-1 Oaks. Once again, building themselves a big lead early. Timeout on the floor by Coach Mike Hallworth, and the Simpson Redhawks will take it with them. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. We return inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. Remember, this is not the last time Simpson and Menlo College will meet up. In fact, they will be meeting up in just under a week again at William Jessup's annual tournament. Both teams will face each other after having one other game of experience at that tournament. Ogata gets it over the net. Dungo. DiMartino, a bump set to Whitney. She goes wide of the block, but keeps it in. Now an attack from Lily Johnson. Cross court, Keiko'oha sends it on the other side. Jaden Scott gets up and sends it onto the Simpson side, and eventually it will fall on the Simpson side. Point Oaks, 7-1, as Coach Hallworth's timeouts for Simpson haven't worked out, as the Oaks momentum has not been slowed this entire match. Schaefer's serve, cross court, Ogata, Stouter, and into the net. The ball is sent by Lily Johnson. Point Oaks. They extend their lead to 7. It's 8-1 here in set number 3. Schaefer keeps the ball low. Her serve, cross court, line drive, handled by Chavez. Now Stouter sets Johnson. Dungo, DiMartino. Too much on that bump set, but at the net was Jaden Scott. Somehow Chavez gets it over for Simpson. Now Dungo sets Keiko'oha, cross court missile, give her the kill. Oaks ahead 9-1. Schaefer holds serve. Oaks up by 8. Backline seeker, give her the service ace. Too hot to handle by Chavez on the backline for Simpson. It's 10-1 Menlo College. Here in set number 3. We've seen now from Menlo just about 5.5, and we'll see if we can have 6 sets of flawless volleyball. Johnson with the attack. Schaefer, what a dig, getting low, and Keiko'oha comes up with the kill. The Oaks can't be stopped. They can't be slowed down. It looked like a sure kill from Lily Johnson. Schaefer got low, got it up to her setter, and it just finished with a little finesse piece from Keiko'oha. Backline attack from Johnson. There was DiMartino. Now Dungo sets Keiko'oha, and she is blocked by the duo of Stouter and Stanley. 11-2. Lily Johnson goes back to serve now, out of Cameron Park and Ponderosa High School in the Sacramento area. Beg your pardon, that's Stouter back to serve. Stouter's serve handled by DiMartino. Back set to Whitney. Whitney just has to slap it over as she made contact with Dungo. Floater there, and the Oaks unable to block it. It falls on Menlo's side to make it 11-3. Stouter holds serve. Trying to pull her Redhawks back into this match is Stouter. Line drive, Keiko Oha is there. DiMartino, the bump set to Keiko Oha, and she finds the open space. A tough angle to get the swing on. Keiko Oha was in the middle of the court. One of the toughest things to do. Gets up, sees the open space in the center of the court. Doesn't take much power on the swing, just sends it to where Simpson's defense was not. Janae Wooten now serves, nearly a service ace. Ogata handles it. Now Chavez falling backwards, gets it over the net. Nice dig there by DiMartino. She'll get a chance to swing on it as well. She's blocked. Jaden Scott to Wooten, and Keiko Oha just sets it over the net. Stanley was there, now an attack from Chavez. Schaefer, Dungo to Keiko Oha, give her the kill. 13-3 Menlo College. Janae Wooten back to serve once more. Wooten line drive, service ace. Janae Wooten, and Menlo goes up by 11. It's 14-3. That is what you call unreturnable from Janae Wooten. Down the line, nobody can touch that for Simpson. And she has another! Janae Wooten on fire behind the line. (15-3) Menlo College. Wooten holds serve. This one's handled by Johnson. Chavez, bump set, and nobody home for Simpson as the Redhawks are out of sorts. Timeout, Coach Stouter. Menlo 9 points away from coming up with the sweep here on a Saturday afternoon inside Ames Prim Pavilion. We'll take a break. You're watching Oaks Volleyball here on the Menlo College Sports Network. Back here inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. Our next broadcast on the Menlo College Sports Network, it'll be Menlo and Simpson again, but it'll be men's soccer. Brian Brownfield will be on the call. That's in 3 days at Wunderlich Field. Menlo men's soccer coming off a huge win to open up the season as they took down 13th ranked Southern Oregon by a final score of 2-1. Wooten continuing her service run. Johnson handles it. Stouter to Stanley. It goes long. No touch called. I guess they got Jaden Scott to make it 16-4. That's the first time out that Coach Haworth has used that Simpson has come out and then won the point. Following that timeout, Johnson serves. Keiko Oha. Jaden Scott sets Keiko Oha. No, she can't get it over the net. It's a tough play there for a middle blocker to come up with the set, and you can see immediately Jaden Scott running over to Keiko Oha, apologizing. That one was on her, a tough set there for a player not used to setting the ball. Schaefer, Dungo to Jaden Scott. She makes up for it with the kill. 17-5 Menlo College. Keiko Oha back to serve. The Kaneohe Hawaii native sends it in. Soria's there. Now Stouter to Johnson. Wooten, Dungo to DiMartino. Cross court, there was Soria with the nice dig. Stouter to Ogata. DiMartino, Dungo to Jaden Scott. Give her the kill. Trying to get a hand on it was Soria, and tripping over her was Ogata. Glad to see everyone's okay there, as it's now 18-5 Menlo College. Keikoa nearly an ace. Ogata gets low to get it. Now Chavez returned to sender. DiMartino and Scott combine for the block. Keikoa looking to make it 20-5 Oaks. Floater and a service ace. Moya Keikoa. Sinker there from Keikoa. Nobody home for Simpson. 20-5. Another sinker, this time Ogata's home. Back set here to Chavez off the top of the block. Schaefer able to handle it. DiMartino uses her vision, and with the little flick of the wrist, give her the kill. 21-5 Oaks. Keikoa and the Oaks 4 points away here. Let's see if they can close it out on her serve. This one long, but still handled by Johnson. Chavez bump set to Johnson. It goes long, 22-5. Can Menlo close it out on a 25-5 set 3 win? Keikoa head 22-5. Sinker, Soria, Stouter, Ogata off the top of the block and unable to get to it was DiMartino. A nice effort there by Jaden Scott at the net. Now Stanley back to serve for the Red Hawks as the Oaks are ahead by 16 here. It's 22-6, their largest lead of the match. Stanley serve, Schaefer, Dungo to Keikoa, too hot to handle as our sports marketing computer is taken down after the ball pinballs in the rafters up here at Menlo. Take a look as it looks like, yes, indeed, our scoring table screen is intact. Service there from Jaden Scott. Stouter sets Ogata. Nice dig there by Keikoa. Dungo long set to DiMartino. Give her the kill. Oaks will go back on the serve of Jaden Scott for match point. Jaden Scott from Escalon. Her serve, cross court, handled by Soria. Stouter sets Ogata off the top of the block. There was Keikoa. Dungo sets DiMartino. What a dig there on the back line by Johnson. The Oaks were able to respond. Dungo to DiMartino. Have yourself a Saturday afternoon Menlo College as they down the Simpson University Red Hawks in 3 sets. 25-10, 25-14, and 25-6. Pure accuracy and power from Menlo College as they down Simpson. But remember, these two teams will be back in action in just under a week up in Rockland for the William Jessup Invitational. The next match for Simpson, they will be up taking on William Jessup in that tournament. Your Oaks will take on Southern Oregon in that tournament, both next Friday, those matches, and then the Friday nightcap will be Simpson and Menlo College. The final look at the stats, first for the visiting Red Hawks. 9 kills for Lily Johnson to lead the way on 32 swings. 4 kills from Shauna Ogata in her Simpson debut, and 3 from Ashley Collins. Simpson hit at negative 1.3%. 16 assists from Madison Stouter. 2 service aces from Marianne Soria. 1 from Nicole Maschiola. 7 digs from Marianne Soria and 5 from Lily Johnson. And in total, 2 blocks for Simpson. Simpson, 1 for Jessica Stanley, and a half block each from Madison Stouter and Lily Johnson. For your Oaks, the kills leader, Moya Keikoha with 13 on 21 swing, 10 kills for Nicole DiMartino on 18 swing, 8 on 12 from Kristen Whitney, and 8 on 9 swings from Jaden Scott with no errors. The Oaks hit an unheard of 54% today, 34 assists from Pamela Dungo, 4 players with 2 service aces, Nicole DiMartino, Jaden Scott, Moya Keikoha, and Janae Wooten. 10 digs from Lauren Shaver, 8 from Nicole DiMartino, and 6 from Moya Keikoha. And the Oaks came up with 5 blocks tonight, 2 from Abby Briggs, 1 each from Nicole DiMartino and Jaden Scott, and a block combo from Kristen Whitney and Abby Briggs. That'll wrap it up for our broadcast here at the Menlo College Sports Network as the Oaks down Simpson in 3 sets. On behalf of everyone here at Menlo College Athletics and my broadcast producer, Isaiah Shigematsu, this is Ryan Barnett signing off. Thanks so much for tuning in, and go Oaks.